Hi, my name is Cassidy Reese, and today I'm going to be analyzing a scene from the film The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, directed by Andrew Adamson. Based on the original book by C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe tells the story of the four Pevensie children who go to live with an old professor in the countryside of England during World War II. One day, while playing hide-and-seek, Lucy, the youngest of the Pevensie family, finds a wardrobe which leads to a land called Narnia, filled with fawns, talking animals, dwarfs, and deep magic. However, Narnia is being ruled by the evil White Witch, a tyrant who has put Narnia under a cursed eternal winter for 100 years. According to an old Narnian prophecy, Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy Pevensie are called to defeat the witch and restore Narnia. With the return, pivotal sacrifice, and resurrection of the true ruler and creator of Narnia, the great lion Aslan, the Pevensies defeat the witch and become the new kings and queens of Narnia. In this clip from the film, we see the first encounter between the White Witch, played by Tilda Swinton, and Edmund, played by Skander Kynes. This clip plays a crucial role in the film as it shows the witch strategically drawing Edmund into her trap to rid Narnia of any human threat to her current position on the throne, and Edmund falling into her tempting offer and deliberately deciding to betray his family. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the clip.
Edmund, I would very much like to meet the rest of your family.
Why? They're nothing special.
Oh, I'm sure they're not nearly as delightful as you are. But you see, Edmund, I have no children of my own. And you are exactly the sort of boy who I could see one day becoming Prince of Narnia. Maybe even king.
Really?
Of course, you'd have to bring a family.
Oh, do you mean Peter would be king too?
No. But a king needs servants.
I guess I could bring.
So what's at stake in this scene? Both the witch and Edmund have a lot they could possibly win and a lot they could possibly lose in this pivotal scene to the film. For the witch, this encounter is the first time she realizes she could lose her control over Narnia. She could lose her power, her throne. However, this scene also introduces the possibility of gaining a guarantee to keep that power in contradiction to the Narnian prophecy that says otherwise. If she can successfully lure, tempt, and kill one of the sons of Adam that is prophesied to defeat her, then the prophecy would be false and the throne still hers. To Edmund, this encounter seems to have little to no danger. He's unaware that he's risking his life, his family's life, and the hope of Narnia in this interaction. However, he's more than aware of what he could gain, or rather what the witch wants him to think he could gain. The witch presents the high stakes of becoming king of Narnia with his siblings under his power. She presents these stakes to Edmund strategically, as they are the very stakes attractive enough to get him to comply to her demand that he brings his siblings to her. In terms of movement in this scene, Edmund seems to be constantly digging into the Turkish delight. This is actually really symbolic for this scene, as the Turkish delight represents the initial temptation that the witch presents to Edmund, the initial draw into her trap. Edmund digging further into the tin of Turkish delight parallels and emphasizes the concept that he's continuing to go down the illusion of the power-hungry path that the witch wants him to go down. On the other hand, the witch moves very smoothly and very subtly throughout this scene. From the gentle stroking of Edmund's hair to the dabbing of his powdered sugared mouth, she goes out of her way to exhibit motherly behaviors that will win over Edmund's trust. In the smoothness of her movements, the witch's actions reflect her cunning, her wit, and her power extending beyond the overtly violent dominance to remain in control of Narnia. Looking at the cinematography, this scene uses 3 basic shot designs. The majority of the scene uses shot-reverse shot, alternating between over-the-shoulder close-ups of the witch and Edmund. Keeping this scene close up for almost the entirety of their conversation sets for an intimate scene between characters, reflecting the witch's goal to draw Edmund in. The occasional wide shot showing the carriage, the henchmen, and more of the Narnian setting allows the audience to step back and see the witch's true intentions, stopping themselves from getting caught up in the witch's act as Edmund is. In the close-ups, the camera shoots from a high angle when facing Edmund and a low angle when facing the witch. This reflects the reality of the power dynamic in this scene, emphasizing the witch's power and manipulative control over Edmund by having her appear as if she's looming over him with these strategic camera angles. Overall, this scene is a crucial one to Adamson's film. With the stakes high, the symbolic and strategic movement of the characters, and the initial cinematography decisions, Adamson does a good job using these supporting elements of the scene to highlight crucial characteristics, relationships, and themes in this film.